Welcome to Garden Crossings. I'm Heidi. I'm out in the greenhouse today. We are on day 2 planting of our huge planting week this week. Yesterday, the girls got started right after the Forest Star truck came in. They got started around 1 and got done around 4, and they got about 8,400 or so plants planted. So they were off to a great start. A lot of what they were doing were petunias, so that's pretty easy to do because there's huge numbers of all the same type of plant. So it's not like they're changing from plant to plant that are drastically different in their foliage, their texture, and essentially how they are in the plugs. So today we are anticipating a giant ice storm with up to a 1/2 inch to 3/4 inches of ice. So the team got in here bright and early and are really working hard right now, knocking things out, because I anticipate most of them will probably be leaving around noon to get home, hopefully before all this ice storm happens. So all the things you have to think about when you are in the greenhouse industry and things you don't anticipate but certainly have to work around is the weather. So let's go see what they're doing right now. And I'm really curious actually what plants they're doing, because they're not in the petunia house right now. So let's go see what plants are getting planted. So today they are planting out here in greenhouse number 5, which is the greenhouse that has these brand new grow lights in them. So these grow lights it's a testing area. We bought them, so we have them. But we're doing a trial here to see if we can get certain plant varieties to maybe start growing better earlier than what they typically do. Because we don't get a lot of sunlight here in Michigan in February, these lights are supplemental light to extend the daylight hours and just to give the plants all the proper light that they need. So the plants they're planting with today it looks like they're starting with coleus, which sometimes when we get them planted early, they kind of rot off. We do about 5 different plantings over about a 2.5 month period of coleus, and the first round always really struggles, and we need to have fans and stuff blowing on them. So hopefully with this light, this will just give them that extra whatever they need to do well in the first planting cycle. So we've got 5 people out here working right now. We have somebody organizing, 2 planters, a tagger, and then someone setting down. So what they're gonna do is, because we don't wanna put all the lights on in this greenhouse, they go all the way to about where you can see that coat hanging on the greenhouse. We don't want to light up the whole greenhouse if we don't need to. So they're going to go just a little bit past this pole here and then head back to that other side. So that way when the lights come on, there's one on each side. We don't have to light the whole greenhouse up. So coleus is definitely on today's planting, and we do sell a lot of coleus in a lot of varieties. So they'll be doing this for a little while. These are all going in our Eco Grande recyclable pots, as do all of our annuals this year. Check out the root system on these plants. So sometimes plants have a lot of roots, sometimes they have a little, but man, that is an excellent root system here on these plugs. So we are a grower retailer, which means we grow all of our own plants here on the Garden Crossings property. There's very little that we buy in as a finished product. We buy the plugs in and we finish the plants off here in the greenhouse. That's true for our annuals, perennials, and shrubs. So the carts are all lined up, stickered, filled with soil, and ready to go. Some of the other varieties they said they're going to plant in here is the cerveza and lime, the plectranthus, and then also I believe they might do the Swedish ivy plectranthus as well. I had asked about the sweet potato vine, and she thinks those are going to be going to a different location. Although I am seeing there is some vinca here. Vinca also along with basil. Is this basil? No, that looks like basil, doesn't it? But that's also vinca. So the vinca is going to also be grown here in this greenhouse because that's one of those varieties that sometimes struggles when we plant it a little early when we don't have enough sunlight. So this is just what the setup is for this greenhouse. This will be done by noon, and they might even need to get into some more pots and some more plants. But really, the team's working hard today because they know that they're on a deadline. We want to have these all planted by the end of the week for sure. And if they're taking a half a day off, that's just going to make that goal harder to reach. So we'll see how they do, but man, they're working hard and really trying to get things done today. So here's some more plugs. Alyssa is prepping these. She's trimming them if they need to be trimmed. She's scouting for bugs as she's trimming, and any issues that she sees, she'll go ahead and report, so we can report back to 4-Star to let them know that there is, if there is, any potential issues with the plants. Take a look here. Here's another shipping cart of more plants. So yeah, these certainly won't all get done today, especially with it being a limited day. But lots of pretty little things. Look at there. Sweet Silver Falls. Some Lismachia. Lemon Coral Sedum. So many pretty colors with the foliage. These I always think are pretty too. This is the Mexican feathergrass. It's just so wispy and so light. They're so cute when they're little. Kind of like puppies, right? They're cute when they're little, and then as they get bigger, well, you got to grow, the looks of them grow on you. So yeah, so I just wanted to take a little walk through the greenhouse today and just show you quickly what is going on in preparation for getting this all planted and beating out the ice storm today. Thanks for watching. I'm Heidi from Garden Crossings.